Maybe you told me this before, but I didn't know that you and him started the Apex one together.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Maybe I did know that. But I don't know.
Yeah, we started Apex together. One day, him and I were in here because he was meeting with Ty or something, and then he's like, "Can we just? Hey man, oh, this is post-COVID." So he was like, "Yeah, I want something new. Hey, you want to start up a chapter together?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, what do you mean, like start up a chapter together?" No, he's like, "Yeah, straight up like a new BNI, but another chapter." So he told people at High Noon, like, "All right, who wants to come?" So it was Eric, um, Pete, forgot who else. I've been wanting to go visit 2 job sites that we're currently on. So we're going to one of them. One of them is my customer. The other one is Brittany's customer, but they're kind of close by, and I've been hearing a lot of things about that project, so I'm curious to go look at it. We'll wrap up there. We'll come back to the west side. I have a 2 o'clock. And then really, I'm kind of done. But I've had people that I haven't been able to go look at just due to rescheduling.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to go look at 2 more. And both of them are BNI people's referrals or homes that they gave us to look at. So we'll go look at those and fit one last one in that's been asking me to come look. We just, again, our schedules have not. Am I not going to make it through? I guess not. Our schedules just haven't come together, so. Ay, güey, ¿qué trajeron ahora? ¿Qué es? ¿Qué es el súper? ¿Pasó? ¿Y de eso qué es?
Winnie de puerco.
Es el mero Winnie. ¿Y aquí qué? ¿Qué han hecho? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Cómo están? Started this on Monday. It's now rained on us twice. We've gotten incredibly lucky. We've tarped it, redecked. It's a low pitch roof, so we have 2 layers of felt on here. Hey, ¿cuál aire se quitó? ¿Todavía no? ¿Mañana? ¿Ya le avisaste a Eloy? We'll take ACs off tomorrow. We're going to build a cricket on this chimney to divert water away from it. There's a lot of woodwork around the perimeter of the home, and actually the homeowner's on their way out here because we want to talk about a few things and some options with this guy over here, because this thing is just a complete mess. But yeah, we got this secure for now temporarily in case it rains on us again. It's nice and solid up here. It was not earlier, rather before we got here. This is the brand new deck. Redecks are really common in this area. Not this area, but it's actually a toss-up. We're in 07 right now, North Loop area. And it's a really, really big toss-up between some houses where you'll have 3/8 decking from 50 years ago, or you'll have planks on a house. So it just really depends on the house. But usually 79936, 25, 35, those houses have really thin decking. Back in the day, they installed 3/8 decking, 3/8 CDX, and now when you have a very low pitch, that water that comes off the roof so slow, or so, I can't find the right word, but it takes some more time to come off the roof, that if it's not double felted, that water tends to kind of make its way through the organic felt and starts to have the wood starts to soften up. On top of that, a lot of the homes have a 24-inch on center rafters, and so the gap between that just makes things feel really nasty. But now it's nice and solid. This was an insurance claim. Insurance companies are getting really tough about paying for redecking for obvious reasons. It's not their responsibility. Some people can make the case that it is their responsibility, but it's really not, honestly. And so we got lucky here. This insurance company is going to take care of the redeck here because the city deemed this to be an unnailable surface and not up to building code. And so most policies, though, are having language put in that does not cover that specific situation. So just because you have a bad deck doesn't mean you're going to get it paid for by the insurance company. There's plenty of houses, actually the one we're going to go to in a bit, That house, it wasn't an insurance claim. That house just needed to be redecked, and the customer knows about it. So it's unfortunate, but there you go. So we have that. You can see how bad the wood was. I mean, just here along the edge. I mean, you can fall through it. This is going to be very interesting. I'm going to refer them to one of our B&I members, Andrew, with a window team, because they want to redo the windows here, and it's just very tough. Well, I'll go over this. The customer's going to come here, and so I want to go over this with him and our foreman, Lechuga. So we'll do that in a bit. We're trying to figure out what to do with this thing, and so there's that. But now we're in a nice, safe space. If it rains on us, we'll have this felted in by today. That will be sitting just nice. And then we're going to leave this sucker to the end. Or not to the end, but once we start this side of the roof is when we'll start to tear this off, because I know that's going to be just an utter nightmare. But yeah, the homeowner should be here probably in about 10-15 minutes. So look at this guy. That's some dedication, folks. You're lazy. You're lazy if you can't put a sweater on. It's what, 102 degrees right now, and doing some jump rope. You're a puss if you can't do that. Right. There's a lot of moving parts. I mean, in this case, it looks like these air conditioners are new enough that the conduit looks quite new. It's not sitting on the roof. It has blocks, and so building code requires the conduit to be off the roof, so that's already been done for us. However, just temporarily to work around to tear it off, our guys did move the air conditioners. However, a lot of roofers do just move the ACs and put everything back together, but we will, no matter what, detach and reset the unit. We'll cut the line and move the unit off completely, do the roof and put it back on. One, the insurance company is paying for that. Number two, if you just go the lazy route and just try to move it up and down, this copper line is very delicate and it'll probably end up tearing or breaking. And then you have a leak, and then they're going to call us up and say, hey, why it's so hot in my house? And they'll come to find out it's because the copper line's busted. So yeah, you have that. And so right now, being 100+ degrees, it's trying to figure out when do we take these off. Yeah. It just tear off in this specific situation. There's no need for us to do anything with them yet, really until tomorrow, because tomorrow we're going to start putting the roof on, and that's when we're going to want this thing off. So we also are thinking about, okay, it's 2 units for this whole house. What part of the home do they sleep in, live in, that, if there's going to be one off for a complete 24 hours, which one is it going to be? Is it this one or that one? So that's what we're going to figure out today. And then be able to take one off first thing in the morning so we can put that same one back on by the end of the day. Yeah. So, but yeah, there's that involved. Weather, right? It rained here twice on us already. Knock on wood, no leaks here. So, but the guys have stayed here late in the day to figure out what they want to do. I mean, to figure out how not to get the place wet. So yeah, a lot of moving parts. You got that. You got a bunch of woodwork around the edge of the roof that needs to be taken care of, that we'll do before we start putting the roof on and start putting the edge of the roof on. So you'll see that with every roof we go on. These are things that I'm looking at as I'm looking at the roof initially to see if we're going to have to deal with any of this stuff when we actually do the roof. Some of these things you just can't tackle until you're actually here in the moment while the roof is being put on. So yeah, a lot of moving parts. This house actually reported 2 leaks initially. Watch your step. The first leak they had was in this spot. Well, actually they had 2 leaks. One on this side of the porch and one in the kitchen. This is the kitchen. And really what it was is this dead valley here. And the way the dead valley was just done was not done the right way. And so water would sit here, and actually there were shingles. And so shingles aren't supposed to be on a flat surface. So water would creep its way in here, and all this wood was destroyed. And so this was one area of a major, major problem. So I'm actually excited for tomorrow, because when we start to tear this off, we'll really get to expose what happened and put it all together the right way so they won't have that issue. that wall joint there was a problem. And then over here, another leak, oddly enough, was right here. There's a little X there, which leads me to believe that's probably a penetration of some sort. But it was just in a weird spot because there aren't any penetrations here whatsoever except for that one. So that couldn't have been that leaking. I don't know where that leak came from. An active leak is going to be this wall joint. It's a really nice solarium if you want to look in. It's pretty neat, actually. It's really, really cool. And so they have a lot of plants in here, and it's a really neat thing. However, it's opened up, so, and the way the roof was done here, water just rotted out this entire edge, and they always would have water coming inside this thing. So they're looking to clean this up or close this off completely with a window. So, excuse me, we'll get our window people to do something with that. That'll be a very interesting project for them. There's not a lot. I mean, well, one, it's going to be it's a conversation between the customer, obviously me and the client, and a budget, right? I mean, the insurance company paid for what's going to go on here. They had the option to upgrade to metal, a thicker shingle. There was a lot of options here with upgrades. Based on all their other projects and other reasons why, we ended up going with our HDZ roof system, lifetime warranty on the material, and a 25-year workmanship warranty. But on top of that, the pitch of the roof has a lot to do with it. At first, when I came up here, the roof was almost too flat. As you can see, it really isn't. And so for a moment, I was thinking, it has to be a flat roof like that back there. That's a flat roof. And so we determine what type of material goes on a low pitch roof based on the pitch. If it's below a 212 pitch roof, it needs to be a flat roof like that. Anything above that can be a shingle roof. And if it's between a 212 and a 412, we just need to install 2 layers of underlayment, and we should be in good shape. But it's a matter of preference and budget. I mean, if you can afford, it's not about affording either, right? I mean, if you want, if the aesthetics are right, if it makes sense, if you want to put on a metal roof and it works out, great, let's do that. If you want to upgrade your shingle roof to one of our fortified roof systems or a UHDZ or a designer shingle, that would look good too. Now, we did talk, because this homeowner did want to do some upgrades, about putting on our UHDZ shingle, which is a really neat roof when your home has a very high pitch and you can see the roof. But this roof is so low pitched that it'd be useless. You wouldn't see the aesthetic, the difference between that UHDZ versus an HDZ. So right now we're just focused on color more than we are on design. Since you're not going to see the roof, we went, I think, with a hickory. So that little reddish brown that you get from the hickory is really what they were going for. So that's what we'll be doing here. The house we're going to after this is going to be a shingle roof too, nothing special. They don't want to do anything special. So we choose what we put on a roof based on what the customer wants. And if they're looking at, if they're in their forever home and they're willing to spend the money on a forever roof, we'll put that on too. But this can easily be a forever roof too. Again, with the warranties behind it, it's the forever roof. Barring a incredibly large hailstorm that'll destroy anything 3-4 inches. These are class 3 hail impact resistant shingles. And so they'll hack 1 inch, 1.5 inch, I think up to maybe, about 1.5 inch stone. I will say, I've gone to a lot of our houses that we put a roof on 10 years ago. They've been hit by hail, and there's really not a lot of damage to them at all, actually. There's damage to the soft metals, but it's because of how we ventilate the roof. And if you ventilate the roof properly, you'll keep the roof fresh, and it'll be a lot more pliable. It won't dry out so fast and be a lot less likely to be damaged by hail. If you don't do anything with regards to proper ventilation, the roof will dry out. ¿Y este quién es? ¿Y estos quién? ¿Quieren jale? Dales. ¿Huh? Dales jale. A ellos. Yeah, if you get a roof, it doesn't have proper ventilation, it'll dry out. The shingle becomes brittle, and now you have a chance for water to get through. Here's a very odd situation. I wasn't going to put down what we call hip venting, but I'm going to kind of go off the script here and probably install vents around the perimeter of this structure because there's nowhere else for me to put our standard ridge or rigid ventilation. So, hey, ¿me tu troca? Your foreman ain't smoking, then he ain't no maestro. He don't know what he's doing. Both our foremen, both our guys, our leads, they smoke like chimneys, but they're one of those that can smoke while like cartwheeling and shit. Now he's talking shit because he's pissed. Like, you come here at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The hottest time of the day, you decide to bring all this shit. ¡Pero me pegues! No. Mire, ya casi me pegas. Sí, ya sé. It's a weird, if you go deep in the roofing world, the people, the crews, all that, it's funny. It's the same players. So the crew you're going to see right now, George, has been with us now, I think, 11 years. And is this a customer? I think that's her. He's been with us 11 years. Well, that crew, we found him back in 2015. And 2015. But Jorge had Juanito and Lechuga, but they all spun off of each other. And they're like, well, can we do our own thing? I'm like, yeah, if you want. And so we ended up, they formed their own crew. And the way this works, folks, by the way, we have in-house employees, installers. But example, like George, he's been exclusive to us for 11 years now. He's technically a subcontractor, and he's treated like a subcontractor, and he likes to be treated like one. He's never ever, we've offered him employment, and he just likes having his own thing. Once in a blue moon, he'll reach out and say, hey, can I do a roof for a buddy of mine? Can I do this church? Can I do this? Yeah, go right ahead. I mean, they're very loyal to us, so we take care of them. But we do have in-house crew employees that put roofs on for us as well. And so, just so you all know, I can guarantee you, if not 9 out of 10, 10 times out of 10, it's more than likely the roofer you're hiring has nothing but subcontractors. And that can be a problem if they're not insured correctly. If this contractor's hired the 10th sub that he's trying to look for. And I'd always urge people, okay, if that's the case, talk to the sub. Hey, how do these guys treat you? How do this and that? They'll tell you what's up. They'll tell you if the guy owes them money or something like that. They'll tell you what's up. So it's kind of weird. Maybe not something you really want to do, but it's something to think about when hiring someone. Do they have all employees? I can tell you, little to no contractors in town, roofers, have a full set crew of all employees. And maybe some of the commercial contractors do, some of them, because they do a lot of government work and stuff like that. But 99.9% of your niche commercial, small commercial, mostly residential guys, it's going to be subbed out guys. It's just a matter of, do they take care of their people? And our installations, our products, our final product will tell you that our people are very, very happy with us. They get paid, and they like to work. They want to work. If they're not working, that's when they get pissed. Yeah, we'll start, obviously, the materials here. So we'll start, this is Isaac, by the way. Isaac Mistawaras. He's following us around. Yeah, they'll start doing all this metal work, and rather the woodwork probably today and tomorrow. All of this is being delivered. That's all your product. That's hickory. That's right. That's a hickory shingle. That's gonna go up there, and so little by little we're starting to put everything together now. The wood's looking good up there. One of our other BNI members, she does interior design, and so she's been helping them out with all this because it's a very unique home.
Oh, I took. Okay. So, it's gonna be super hot in here.
I'm gonna refer you to a window guy. Because you're wanting to cover these up, right? Or what are you wanting to do with the?
We're just gonna seal them so these don't open anymore.
Oh, that's it.
Those are sealed on the side, right? It's just a two in the middle.
Did it over here that we cracked a window? Did we break a window?
This one up here, it cracked, and the
Okay.
wood came out. The trim right there popped up. I don't know if they pushed it down. Maybe you stand over here, you'll see it. Yeah, because we had done the windows and got it tinted.
Oh no. Who did you use?
I want to say we used a Paso tinting.
No, for the windows.
Oh no, some guy that came and did them at the house.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
because
And then somebody tinted them for you.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
So you want to essentially just close those up.
Yeah, we're gonna put the mini splits. We're gonna do the mini split, and I don't want these so windy because I don't want to be dealing with the dirt. Because right now, what happens is if it's gonna be really windy, Victor has to bring in the ladder and get up there and close it. And then the windy passes and the windy those hang, so he just pushes them up. But those he has to bring in from the garage. They broke the chain.
So our problem is that we want the bottom of the roof sits flush with the edge.
That round part, right?
Right. It's straight up right to it. And so over time, the wood in front was all rotted out. Obviously, there's new wood now, so it's fine. But to prevent that from happening, I kind of want to build a frame or have at least I want like a 6-inch little wall above the window for me to be able to secure the roof.
That's what I figured we were telling. So I was telling my husband, so what if we build up a little bit, even if I have to lose maybe the windows on the edge, even if I just keep those two in the center, just so we have some light in if we have to.
Okay,
and do like a rectangular one maybe.
Okay, let me get Lechuga in here really quick. 10 goteras.
Yes.
10 goteras.
Manchitas.
No, manchotas. Se cayó el cielo por donde quiera. No te asustes, no te asustes. Ok, lo que queremos hacer. Bueno, ¿cómo lo quieres hacer aquí? Quiero poner como una padarito, como unas 6 pulgadas, algo así, para poder poner el leak barrier, el flashing, todo el pedo.
Por afuera, ¿no?
Por afuera, sí. Pero a ella no le está bien si vamos cubriendo esa ventana completamente, nomás que se quede estos 4. ¿O cómo lo quieres hacer para asegurarlo bien?
Yo pensaba hacerlo así como por acá.
¿Cómo está ahí?
Meter el símbolo abajo del flashing ese que tiene y luego voy a poner otro arriba con cemento. Y voy a sellar.
De todos modos va a entrar agua.
No de goteras.
Y estos los van a sellar, los van a cerrar. Estas ventanas.
¿O lo van a cerrar?
Sí.
Pues ya nada más le pongo ahí una por 6, ahí una por lo ancho. Por afuera y luego ya le pongo lo que le tengo que poner y después que lo cierro.
No, sí, eso está bien. Pero no hay que tapar o sellar los otros ventanas, ¿no?
No.
Las más chiquillas, así déjalos, ¿no?
Nada más esos de acá de la esquina pues se van a tapar un cachillo acá donde está más vacío. Pero ya como va abriendo para acá pues ya se va a quedar ahí un espacio. ¿Me entiendes cómo?
Right. Do you have the windows for that one?
Yeah, they're in the garage.
They're there? Okay.
This is a chain rope, so they don't hang like these.
Oh, gotcha.
So
Okay.
he has to go and get out of the garage.
Got it,
you know,
okay.
But like, I mean, sometimes like the other day that it was windy, well, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But we're gonna seal those. We're gonna remove the screen, and we were just gonna put that.
When do you plan on doing that?
With, I can ask my stepdad. He can do it as soon as possible, unless your guys know how to do it.
¿Cuándo crees que para el sábado estamos ahí? No, hasta el lunes vas a estar aquí, ¿no? Yeah, over the weekend or something. If not, we can help do it. Or si no, I mean, ¿lo
They
quieres
know how
hacer?
to do it, I'll pay them.
No lo escucho para nada. ¿Qué?
Que mandes a fondo.
No, pues si no, no mando a Juan, pues ella.
¿Qué es lo que quiere hacer? ¿Taparlo o qué?
You don't need to do anything. We'll just need to build up the front part from our end. Yeah.
So do these windows, are these windows gonna be decreased or canceled out? Or?
They'll be, I mean, when that closes up, they're going to seal up like those. That's what I want them to look like.
Like those guys?
Yeah, like however those close up when they're closed, yeah, they can just go up against it. That'd be fine. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, there's nothing else that needs to happen to them.
Okay, so I wasn't sure if the wood needed to come up. That's what I was
The wood, we'll put wood. We'll put like a 1x6 that'll come up. No, por 6, no? A 1x6 up against it to build that up. So you'll see the wood through the window on this end, but it's... Y pero, pues, ¿cómo se va a hacer la...? Si le pones un 1x6, vas a tener ese área donde pues todavía hay como entrar agua.
Sí, pues por arriba de la tabla va a quedar un reto. Pero eso ya no se le cae la parte de adentro.
See, what I was thinking was a framer, like they remove my windows, they frame it up, and then if they just leaves me a little gap to come up with a rectangular window, then I'll do that. Mid, I would say mid of that, those two big ones right there. You know what I mean? That way it's all wood, and then
Yeah.
just a little glass section.
Well, that's another... I mean, we'll...
What do you think, or no?
Yes, but that's no way that can happen now, immediately. So what we'll do is we'll seal it up the way we were going to just do it originally.
Seal it, okay?
And then I think we revisit that when we do all this.
Oh, okay.
Because we can come back to that, not a problem.
Okay.
Yeah, because we didn't even think about I didn't know what it was going to be until we pulled it off. So now that I know what it is,
I figured you guys were gonna need to build up.
yeah, no, we will. I mean, that's the best way to get everything
Even on
sealed
the
through.
sides? Even
On these sides, well,
No? Would you need to build up a little?
yeah. Entonces, no, pues, ¿qué, en estos lados, qué le vistes?
Tiene como una lámina metida y yo le voy a meter otra. Pero tiene...
Is now that you wanted to do this, and again, I didn't even think about it till now. Look, I don't know. Again, I don't know what you're planning on doing. Looking at putting some new windows in there. Did you ever want to do new windows at all?
I don't want to do windows if we're putting the mini split. I don't want any more dirt coming in here or anything. So I was just gonna have the windows like that sealed.
So where are you planning on putting the mini split through?
This side, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he had come already used it here. Probably just put a little hole there. That's
is that expert? The one they sent you, or someone
it.
else?
You know what, he came, but he never gave me an estimate.
Oh wow. Well, too bad. I
So
guess,
then
okay.
another friend has already used this guy because they have properties and he's done a mini split for them. So he gave us a proposal
Okay,
for
good.
a 2 ton. So
Okay.
he's gonna do it for us.
Okay.
But I didn't want him coming yet until I spoke with you when you were doing here.
How much time does he need?
He needs a date. Just a date.
Have him come now.
Okay, good.
Give him a heads up.
Okay.
Van a poner un mini split ahí, en este lado, no, de una vez, para que sepas. I mean, it's going to come through the. Where's it going to come
He said
from?
he's
Then?
gonna run it and just connect it outside, the power and everything. He said I just need maybe 2 inches in the wood.
¿Qué pues? Ese porque me están machurrados todo el tiempo. Tómale foto a eso.
Dígale, ese cale no se está hacer.
¿Qué pues, Gaby? Getting all smashed and shit. Look at that. What the fuck is that? Espera, que llega este señor. This will be our longest appointment, by the way. True.
Oh my God, I came
Yeah.
up here,
Yeah.
and the guys were like, "Be careful!" It was horrendous.
Yeah. So you have to only
Oh, my
walk at the rafters.
Man.
So yeah, I mean, it's so weird on how to do this.
But I don't want to complicate matters. I mean, if I have to eliminate the windows, it is what it is. Oh shoot, this one's broken too.
Now the way this one's working is that the flashing is behind the window. Oh no, it's up against the window. I don't know if it is behind it. Well, look it over here. I mean, there's a piece of flashing. This metal is just in between it. So ideally, it's okay because we just have to put a bead of caulking and maybe just another little piece of wooden frame, a little dowel piece.
This will stay here. This is the metal here.
We're gonna replace it with new. Well, we're gonna replace the top portion of it, or rather, we're gonna go underneath it with a new piece. The problem is for me to pull it off is to pull the window off. Now, it's a stretch, but I can get you new windows, the similar kind of window, because I can show the insurance company, hey, I could only pull this flashing off if I pull the window off. There's no promise, but you're here, you can see how that is needed to happen. So,
but the thing is, I know you just do windows, right? But can you just do glass?
no, I'll rather refer you to someone who, because that's too much for me. This thing is too crazy for me. But I wasn't saying windows for mine. It was to refer you to someone who specializes in weird cuts like this.
Well, the guy that did these kind of come back.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if we're gonna remove these, whatever's gonna be easier for you guys to build. I guess if we have to eliminate these and we just leave like a small, you know how like in the basement sometimes we do like a rectangular little window
Yeah.
to light it.
Yeah.
And that would be easier. I would just put it in the center because the tree's here anyway, so we don't. You know what I mean?
What would you put here?
What do
Though,
you
just
think
wood?
would be easier?
Well, ideally, you see how this is done on the sides? The little dowel piece on the sides here?
Yeah.
Right here?
Yeah,
I'd want to do that. That's an option. Put another piece of metal here. Put that piece of wood there. And that's it. You just have to make sure, like this is painted like every 3 years. Because the wood, the water, a little bit of water and a little bit of the lot of bit of sun that we get will eventually dry that out. So it's just a matter of keeping all that stuff painted and you should be fine. Maintained.
Okay.
Let me just,
All right. I mean, let us know. We'll get the mini split guy out here. Who else? Oh, you have so I have my Holland seal those windows?
please.
Okay. Remove the screen and seal them.
Yeah.
These windows, are you gonna?
But if we seal them,
It's gonna be.
are you gonna be able to replace that? This metal?
As long as he closes, yeah, well,
Okay.
I mean, wait. ¡Hey! ¡Lechuga! ¡Dale! ¡De volada nomás! ¡Que se esperen!
Yeah, I had no idea now, but it is what it is.
You wanna just split it, or you wanna replace it? How many can you grab?
Ibas a poner ese water encima del metal, encima del metal o abajo del metal, y luego por otra ahí arriba.
Voy a meter un shingle aquí. Luego le meto una tira de desenguarde y luego pongo otro shingle y luego un sello ahí.
How this is secure.
Come here,
Yeah, there's nothing almost here. It's just a piece of trim.
Yeah, and the water would definitely.
So we're gonna, I mean, ideally when we do this, we'll have to come back and slip in a piece of flashing, but we can't do this until we know what we're gonna do here yet.
Okay.
Do you think we should raise it, Alex?
Well, that's what I was telling you.
Yeah, maybe a little more. So
But I don't know.
Yeah, but that's gonna, now you're into a whole thing again.
Yeah.
You can do it, but you're
just
into,
raise it a little bit. No. Or,
no, because then you'd have to do the whole thing.
Yeah, it has to
Yeah.
be like build up.
Yeah, it has to be uniform all the way around. Again, the good news is that we can still deal with this after all this is done. Watch out for the tar. Watch out for all, this is still solid now. Just walk over that and walk over this. So yeah, this is all the wood. I mean, this actually is pretty solid. It's stuff like this.
Oh, yeah.
So just over time, I mean, it's actually not that bad. The wood isn't that, it was worse on that side, But this little piece of flashing, believe it or not, kind of helped out because the wood's not that bad. It could have been a lot worse. Yeah. So it's doing its job. Yeah, well, this wood is definitely bad.
This wood, right?
Yeah. But yeah, you had gaps like this. I mean, we took pictures. We'll send them to you. Gaps like that everywhere. I mean, but
Oh my lord.
yeah,
Wow. And then this.
yeah. But there you go. So yeah, we put brand new wood everywhere. Like mentioned before, this water heater, just go inside and just make sure it's secure because it's very, very loose. And so if it is, you just call it Chuga up. Right now, nothing's around it, so you're able to just lift it and secure it temporarily, and you should be fine.
Okay. Also, the kitchen was like that. There was two of them. They pulled one out.
Okay.
They're asking me, is there two? And I go, yeah, one's for the extractor of the kitchen, and then the other one's for the heat, the AC heater.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. We're moving along here.
So when the air conditioner, or are you going to get somebody else to come and look at that pipe? Or you want their AC to look at it?
You know what? It just, like, when it spits it out, now see, look, it just extracts from the top.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't bleed here. It just spits it out. And I think this line is quite clogged.
Oh, so just coming up through there?
Yeah, it's just coming up.
Because the other day I heard a bunch of like, and I'm like, where's that water coming from?
De esa dice que a lo mejor la línea está tapada y quiere ver si la destapa esa.
Hablo con Angel. Hola, pues. Ah, con permiso, pues. Ok, nos vemos.
We have one in the den. Is that part of it? That little tubing?
There is no. That's also off. One of those. There's an X up there. Remember I told you about another X? That's the other one right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then.
¿Y qué? ¿Ah? Okay.
Agua,
¿Qué pasó?
ese skyline no entra. Viendo cómo está el movimiento. ¿Cómo vamos a hacer? ¿Lo corta el Chirac?
Oí algo de 1x2. ¿Qué pasó con 1x2?
Ah,
So. O sea, ¿ya lo cambiaron o qué?
nada, es que está buena, pero. Antes de poner el drippers, yo le dije a Britney, hey, ¿sabes qué? La señora quiere cambiar un one bike. Dije, el lado de acá, le mandé fotos, digo, está bien, dale gas. Le puse la lámina y todo. Salió la hermana de la señora. Dice que esta no es 1x2, que es más chiquita. ¿No lo entendió?
Ah, sí, es como que es 1x1.
Yo creo. Entonces la quiere cambiar. Pues yo la cambio. Si me dices, a mí me dicen un momento el 1x2, para mí está mejor, ¿me entiendes? Quiere que también todo el plat, también quiere que yo el 1x2 todo nuevo también. El frente no tenía, pero el lado se mira pues más o menos, ¿me entiendes?
Y acá sí tiene uno, pues eso sí es 1x2, ¿no?
Sí, señor. Entonces yo lo que estaba haciendo, por decir un ejemplo, yo lo que estaba haciendo, pues yo dije, bueno, esa se mira bien, esta está jodida, pues le voy a quitar 1,5 pies aquí, ¿me entiendes? Por eso yo pedí 3 piezas. ¿Me explico?
Pues ¿qué razón para poner 1x2? Saber.
No pasa nada. Para mí está mejor ponerla toda.
Pues sí.
Sí, pero si a mí no me dicen que la cambie la 1x2, pues no la voy a cambiar, ¿me entiendes? Para mí está bien. A mí si me hubieran dicho, ¿sabes qué? Ponle 1x2 a toda la casa, para mí está mejor, así no me ando con mi chingadera, ¿me entiendes? Eso me pone bien putazo.
Pues ya estamos ahí en esa posición o qué?
¿De qué?
A reemplazarlo todo. ¿Cómo lo dejaron?
Yo la reemplazo todo.
¿Cómo lo dejaron?
No,
Con
no,
Bernie.
está libre. No, yo le pedí, ya me dijo la señora que quiere que le cambie y ya encargué yo lo que necesito.
Hacerlo todo.
No, 100, como 120 pies.
Y está bien con eso.
Esto, y luego el flat, dice que estaba bien, ella está bien con eso.
Bueno. Y luego el flat también.
Sí, todo el plan.
¿Qué más?
Entonces, ya lo tratamos de meter y no entra, güey. Entonces,
¿Se queda?
¿un bilax? ¿Y cuánto miden los bilax?
22 por 22. O sea, 22 por 46.
Pero como si ponemos un billet, mijo, vamos a tener que cortar el chivato, huevo.
Sí, tienen que hacer el frame.
Eso va a ser de regla.
So, ¿quién está aquí ahorita? ¿La señora o la...?
La hermana.
Call Edgar Alarcón. No sé si tengo en la oficina ya una 2246.
Alex,
Mr. Edgar, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good, senor. How are you?
Good, man, good. Hey, sorry to get right to it. Do you guys have any of the old pieces that you had? Do you have a 2246 there? Of a Velux?
Malibu?
No.
Oh, the Velux.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Kyle. Sorry.
Sorry, buddy.
No. Which one?
2246.
I think I do. The ones that I had.
When I quote him, which one? Well, oh yeah, because you have the new ones with the blind, right?
We ordered the new ones with the blinds.
But your
I
old
still
stock.
had a couple-
Do you have
I still had a couple of the old ones, yeah.
Oh, yeah, can you verify that's laminated or clear? Because I might need to change something up on a roof.
Yeah. Let me walk out here real quick.
I gotta take care of something really quick. Call me back here when you know.
Will do. I'll call
Okay,
you right
thanks,
back.
buddy. Bye. So,
¿Quién es él?
pues saluda.
¿Quién es? Estoy preguntando.
Pues pregúntale a él. ¿Así queda?
Sí, es que sí.
I'll do both. Let me just see. I'm trying to see if they have any extras at ABC, so I'll let you know.
Okay, let me know before I tell her.
Okay, bye. This is going to be a really, really nice GAF UHCZ roof system. And again, we had to redeck this one. Unfortunately, it came out of the homeowner's pocket. But you can see the seams are really close to each other from the underlayment. Because it's a low pitch, we did double felt. We have starter going at the edges already, shingle coming up. This very generic skylight's not going to fit, so we're going to cut this off. We're going to upgrade them for free to a Velux skylight. They also sustained some little bit of leaks from yesterday's rain, so as a good measure and good honor of what we do for them, we'll give them a free skylight, free skylights, a free upgrade. I just noticed that chimney has to get redone. ¿La chimenea qué?
¿Qué pasó?
Pues todo lo estuco, ¿no? ¿Qué es?
Pues es que tiene la lámina esa fea hasta arriba. Pues le echan la pintan, le ponen el estuco hasta arriba, pues yo lo tengo que quitar, ¿me entiendes? Pero pues ya cuando la termine yo que le ponga su carne de flashing, ya lo mira y mandar alguien más que lo pintan o que le ponga a mezclar, no sé.
Sí. Vuelvo a mezclar otra vez. ¿Y esto para cuándo? ¿Viernes?
Yo ya hubiera acabado mañana.
Watch out for the big X. Uy. Oh yeah, that's why I said. Oh, okay. So yeah, we already have the leak barrier there, but we're gonna need to do something with this, with the counter flash. Oh yes, okay. We'll have to do a reglet flashing there, and then our guys have done a really good job of letting the base sheet settle here and not put down the cap sheet yet. We get pretty pissed when our suppliers deliver a squished up cap sheet. So if your roofer is ever doing a flat roof with rolled goods and they don't have their product standing up, that's a problem because it's just going to smush up and you're going to see these rolls over the roof and it's going to look pretty nasty. But seemingly a small roof has turned into a lot more work, but we're knocking it out here. Kevin's putting the leak barrier down at every penetration as required for the warranty for GAF. We'll do the same thing around every penetration, and we're moving and grooving. ¿Puedes revisar también las pipas de una vez, el water heater, si has entrado? And that's it. That's where we're going now. If you'd like to hang some more, we're going to go see 3 more houses. Can I, do you mind if I?
No. Here, you want to sit?
No, I can just hear. Okay.
Oh.
So scroll down. She has upgraded redeck. Okay, go scroll down some more. 4,000. Okay. So add to that.
I think effort's trying to hire.
Interior.
Yeah, put that on your map. ABC?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Want me to offer to pick it up or no?
It was a different
Yeah,
one.
or him or whoever. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna offer that to her too. Like, hey, we're gonna. Okay, we got it settled. Boom. Someone's gonna come pick it up.
All right, well, David, we'll talk tomorrow.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, rerouted.
I don't even know who I'm calling. Sí, lo vamos a reemplazarlo todo. Quita el otro lado de una vez por la señora para saber si también por este lado derecha, o sea, así donde tomaste esa foto de atrás, el lado derecho donde sí está bien, donde se está cayendo el soffit, quita esa fascia de una vez para saber.
Ya la quité, es el pedacillo ese, le mandó una foto, nomás es un pedacito ahí de como de unas 6 patas y todo lo demás se mira nuevo. Ahí le mandé una foto.
Pues tóquele ahí para que lo vea la señora, no para que sepa ella también de una vez. Por favor.
Sí, pues.
Ok, te quedo.
Ah, bueno.
Call Brent Rosen. Let's take the lazy route as well.
The drone?
Yeah. I'm not even gonna get out of the car.
I have the drone.
Huh?
I have a drone.
It's okay, buddy.
Oh, you got you want
the
your
big
fancy
one.
one.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Alright.
alright.
You want to see this in heat wave 3D, 8K, whatever.
In 8K. I would have lived it. I would have lived the thing.
You want to see the heat signatures and all that?
Oh, no, this one is not an infrared. I wish it was. But that doesn't really drone, but and there's roofers out here that get them, but they're not.
Yeah, no, not all roofers have drones. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying
Yeah.
they get the infrared drone, like to just check out like any leaks, but that doesn't show you that shows you where water is standing. It doesn't really show you anything else. Coming out of two places. A valley there and the valley there. So when we go inside, well, actually it could come down from that valley into that valley, that valley into that valley. If this leak shows up back here, we got bigger problems, because that just tells me that the roof wasn't done right at all. But usually those little leaks come in from those spots right there. And water can sit right there specifically. And yeah. See, but based on the photos, there was a little beam of light in her photos, and which leads me to believe there's a window near it, but there aren't any windows around here at all. Oh, am I gonna hit something? Oh, shit.
I think
Back there?
How does it get through there?
That's the problem. It has to be the valleys coming from the very top of the roof, not the bottom valleys. But here's the thing, and for those who've purchased homes, newer homes like this, you know, this home should have like a self-adhered underlayment, a better underlayment. The problem is still skill. If they don't put it on the right way, you're gonna get a problem like this should not leak. In a valley like that, it should have valley metal. It should be overlapped. It should be 3-coursed and tarred. There are all these things that happen that a leak shouldn't come out like that. So that's just a really odd spot. It really is. However, the problem is that, you know, we customers don't like this part of it, but clearly the roof does not need to be replaced. Got it. Not saying that I want to replace the roof, but luckily this is a newer roof as well. My problem is now I got to find matching tile, which I'm not going to worry about right now because if my number doesn't make sense to anyone, what's the point? The person who's taking care of the property was asking me if this is insurance worthy. It's 100% not even close to being insurance worthy because this has nothing to do with wind or hail. This has to do with, I'm not saying a terrible installation, but not. It was, I don't know where it's coming from, but maybe a bad installation or just certain areas not done the right way. And so insurance is not going to cover you for that. They cover you for acts of nature. You know, someone does something or someone didn't do something the right way. That's not their responsibility. It's like health insurance. Oh, well, that's a different story. But, you know, people argue about why, you know, I'm fat and I'm diabetic. Help me. Well, that's your fucking fault that you're fat and sick. You know, so why do I got to pay for that shit? The same thing with your home. Well, because you're not taking care of your shit doesn't mean I should just start paying for it. Now, if an emergency happens, you know, that's a different story. So, this one's a tough one. We'll make the call right now. Meanwhile, we'll get directions to the next one. Referral from another BNI member, Mr. Rosen, our bookkeeper and accountant. He said the roof's bad. You're going to get there, the roof's bad, it needs to happen no matter what. See if anything can happen with the insurance company. If not, it seems to be, based on our conversation, nonetheless, no matter what it is, he's like, when you go out there, you'll see it. It just needs to happen. So we're going to look at this and see how badly it really needs a roof or not, and then let him know, and then that's it. Then we hopefully get another job out of it, you know? Already my problem, not a problem, but a roof this big, a house and a roof this big with one giant scupper, without even going up there yet, I already know the problem. There's gonna be a lot of ponding for sure. Yeah, because one scupper for all this roof is not enough. Luckily, we're working with someone who's just wanting to get it done the right way. So if I need to make any alterations, I can. A lot of roof. The roof's been done before, and they went the way of bringing the roof up to the parapet. We used to do it like that. I don't like it. I like to bring the roof up and over so we can redo the stucco and not have that problem again. It's surprising how it's not ponding so much for having one scupper. There's a little bit there. Feels like a scupper could have been installed there. So we'll need to do something to kick the water off into here. That's a giant, what is this? It's a big property. Little dents, little hail. I'm here to look for some damage too that I don't see much of. Just a roof that needs to happen. Deck feels really solid. Deck, by the way. I said deck. D-E-C-K. Deck. Deck. Odd size skylight. That is like a 3x3, and of course I didn't bring my measuring tape. And I'm gonna need to come back up here. 2222, 2246. That is a 3x3. Same with that one. Again, it feels really good. So I don't feel that I need to pull it off and start with a brand new roof. Unless it has a lot of leaks that I'm not aware of. Minor ponding, that's just from the evaporative cooler leaking. Brand new AC, just installed by Expert HVAC, if I'm not mistaken. Another skylight, two more skylights. It's a lot of roof, man. Oh, those scuppers going all the way out. Okay, well, that's just a lot. This is a lot of roof. Overall though, I think, and not a lot of ponding, just to get right down to it, because I'm going to take my photos and do my thing, because your thing's going to heat up and my phone's going to heat up really fast. I don't think we need to tear this thing off. Plenty of slope. This deck is really solid. I think yeah, easy tile to find. That's not the end of the world. It looks like at some point they've already replaced tile. You can see the two different colors. I don't know if you can tell that. So yeah, I don't need to tear it off. I'll go in with a liquid applied roof system. I might or might not want to pull off the flashing, or I'll just go right over it. I still want to protect the parapets, 'cause that's the worst part. I do think that this house needs a visit from our good friend Greg Oates, for stucco reasons and for paint reasons. Remember folks, if you don't keep up with the paint on a home, the stucco begins to be a problem. The house next door looks to be recently painted. That's why the stucco's in really good shape. So yeah, well, he was right. It's a lot. It needs to happen. I mean, if this doesn't have any leaks, could it go on for another few years? Sure. In a real estate situation, easily the roof could be negotiated to be replaced or at least maintained or coated. But there's a lot going on here, so I'm just going to start taking photos here. I'm going to propose to go with a liquid applied roof system, a GAF hydro stop. It's probably the best solution. Seamless. You can go over what we have here, come up and over the parapets. I don't need to mess with the scuppers. The scuppers there's little to no bird baths or ponding behind them. And so overall, it's in good shape. Based on the age of the home and the lack of maintenance to it, or to the roof at least, then I can do that. So I'm going to go the least invasive route. If we were on here right now and, it was cracking under our feet, there was a lot of ponding and they reported a lot of leaks, I wouldn't go that way. Okay, so I'm doing a little snooping. That was done in 2015, 10 years ago. I don't think it was us. No, Barnett and Bennett Construction. Okay, yeah, it was someone else. So that's an interesting shingle. It's discontinued. That is a GAF shingle. It is a Sienna shingle. I've installed 4 of those in El Paso. But when we came up to this house, I'm like, oh, look at that, a Sienna. It's not ones you see very often. By the way, if you ever want to snoop, like I was telling you about this house, that it's based on the person giving me the information, I don't think I'm going to get the job, or I didn't get the job already, but the customer didn't call me or anything, of course. And so I wanted to check. When I pulled up his info, there was no permit pulled. Well, what you do is you go to, I don't know, we'll put a link or something, but aca-probe.acela.com. And it's a City of El Paso website. You put in the address and you get permit information of any kind, plumbing, mechanical. So there's a roofing permit from 2015. That's who did that roof, and that's just proof they actually pulled a permit. The other roof I didn't get, they didn't pull a permit. So just saying, you get what you pay for when you don't pull a permit. All right, let's see what's going on. I was telling him, I got to do it. It's just I haven't been able to meet. I got sick one day and then the rain the other day. So what's going on here? How can I help you?
So I don't know if you want to see the inside.
Please.
Or the
Yeah, let's see what's going on first.
So I'm pretty sure it's the downslope side of the skylight.
Okay.
I'm sure it hasn't been received.
Okay. We're up here looking for a little leak. Don't want to make something of nothing. I'm not a big fan of foam. Why? Come over here. Take a look. Come over here. See that? Foam is so delicate. Look at all that. Look at that. Sold as a forever roofed. It is often not, for all these reasons. There's a skylight. And there is just So much going on up here. It's insane. The problem is with foam is you have to maintain it quite often to keep it from cracking. So the concept of foam is really good, insulating, seamless, and you have a white reflective roof now. However, depending on how they applied the coating, only will tell you how long it'll last. And this was only done less than 5 years ago. So for the kind of money spent for a foam roof this size, which should have been in the 20s at least, this roof needs to be recoated. And if you're going to spend that kind of money, why not replace the skylight? That just makes complete sense to me. Or makes sense to me. It doesn't make sense that no one would do that for the kind of money someone's about to spend on a roof. So yeah, I didn't expect you to come on a roof like this, but there's a few foamers out there, and be careful, folks. They get their hands on a roof, and this is what they do.
All the little holes, all those?
Yeah, those are just ways for, I mean, that could be hail, number one. Two, well, I think that's mostly going to be hail, actually. However, I don't know when this area had a significant enough hailstorm. Actually, they had a little small one out here, and it was less than 5 years ago. So that starts to open all this foam up. Sucks, you know, but what are you going to do? Now, remember I told you about the thing earlier about looking stuff up, so check it out.
Check it out.
We're gonna find out and see who did the foam roof. Let's see here. Okay, where am I at right now? You see, the problem is, foam guys can technically get away with not pulling a permit sometimes because it's a little loophole with foam and how it's not technically a roof system. So if you're not going to apply a roof system, there's no reason for you to pull a permit. Excuse me. Which sucks, but I think it is a roof system and you should pull a permit. But a lot of these guys don't pull those permits. You see, there is not a single, check it out. The address we're at, I'll cover that up, but there's not a single permit pulled within 10 years with regards to a roof whatsoever. So you have no way to go back to the contractor and say, hey, you screwed this up and let's get the city to inspect it. Well, the city never inspected this thing, so it sucks. Don't do foam. Don't do it. It requires a lot of maintenance. It really does. And it's very unfortunate. Again, the concept is great. I think when you tear the roof off, you can apply foam, and apply Hydrostop is an excellent system. But foam with coating by itself is just a nightmare. It really is. I know because I used to do foam. I used to sell it. I didn't install it, but I used to sell a lot of it. And it was great, easy in and out solution. But there was a few homes you see also. These ballasts are weighted, and all that weight is sitting on the foam too. There should be a slip sheet underneath these little frames for the panels. They put these on so you don't penetrate the roof, but it's still not doing anything better because the weight and whatever little movement you'll find will start to dig into the foam roof because it's so delicate. It's not a solution either. They should have put down some TPO, probably just TPO as a slip sheet under every single little, little sled, little platform, and it would be fine. But whoever did these should have known to do that, or should have contacted the foamer, so they could have said, "Hey, heads up! Don't put these panels over my foam roof." But yeah, back to we did a lot of foam. And in Mission Hills, like in 2015, 2014, in 2012, 13, and 14, we did a lot of, 2012 to 2013, we did a lot of foam roofs. And I had a few customers that got hit with hail in Mission Hills back in 2014-ish. And I went to go see their roofs, and they were demolished with hail. And so from then on, we're like, okay, this is planned obsolescence. Like, no way. Like, this is not a forever solution. It's a good way to come back and do work and charge for it, but it's not your forever product. Actually, you might see, if you come this way, speaking of a forever roof, yeah. So we did this guy over here, really cool customer, Mr. Zahir, and we did a polyglass, polyfresco roof on this. Wyatt reflective, yes, there's no foam to it, but guess what? He's never called me back again. So we redid the stucco. Actually, we did come back for something, but it was on the tile part of the roof that we never touched. And so we helped him out with fixing all that. So we had to redo the mortar the joints and do other mortar on the hips and ridges. Again, I would have much preferred to redo the tile roof, so we don't have to come back to worry about that. But we've had to come back and forth to fix little areas there. But as far as this side of the roof, it's been just fine. Earlier, I was recording, whether you got it or not. That is, I don't think he's in business anymore, but that is an awesome, now discontinued GAF roof system. That is a Sienna shingle. Was discontinued right along with the Monaco shingle. Of course, anyone can install that, any contractor can, but if not installed by a master elite contractor like ourselves, that has maybe a material warranty for labor material if it were registered. If not, it's just a material only warranty if it wasn't a job registered by the contractor from a registered contractor. But yeah, there you go. So let's go. Well, this actually is shaded, so we'll stay here. Around the skylight, yeah, could they spread some coating around it? 100%. But because the way they build up foam, there's almost no room to do that. And because the way foam is installed, there's basically a little, how would I call it? Like not a moat, but it's kind of beveled inside the skylight. So water's always going to sit at the skylight. Combine that with sitting water and acrylic coating on top of porous foam, that's why you have leaks. Could it be the skylight itself? Yes, but whoever did the foam should have replaced the skylight in the first place. Never reuse the skylight that you have. They should have also built a frame, a curb, that's at least 4 inches in height, so they could have brought the foam up to that curb. But this is just shoved in the skylight, so it's hard to really figure out how the leak is coming through. That being said, the way I'd fix it, I would want to remove the skylight completely, put in a brand new skylight, flash it with a product we call Hydrostop, and you're set.
Okay.
After I show you all these photos, I'll tell you that the roof needs to be recoated. There are divots, areas that are cracking.
I've seen.
It needs to be done. So it's a skylight now, but eventually a lot more is going to happen. That is a problem with foam, is that it requires a lot of maintenance. I did foam 15 years ago. Don't do it at all anymore, simply for that reason. It's a roof of planned obsolescence. It's bound to need to be redone over and over and over again. That's what keeps those guys in business. So I have a solution for you called Diathon that we apply over foam. That is a coating for that, a lot thicker than what's been applied now. As you mentioned, though, I would probably call your insurance company and give a shot for a claim. If you don't mind me asking, who is your insurance company?
USA.
Very lenient. What I'll do is I'll pull up a report that shows me when the last hailstorm was here. USA is quite lenient with the fact that they'll give you even a little bit more than 2 years after the fact to file the claim. No promises, but an adjuster comes up here and there's a really, really good chance they'll pay to replace the foam roof.
Okay.
But it's worth a shot because no matter what, at some point you're going to have to do something about the...
We want to do it before more leaks happen.
Got it. And with that, I can just include the skylight with all that. So it's one of those, you go that route, I don't charge you anything for the skylight, really, because they're more than likely going to end up paying for it to begin with. And so it's kind of the best case scenario for you.
Okay.
But yeah, the skylight is just, I don't know, I'll show you with the photos, but it's just, if you've been up there, there's a little gully, there's a little
I know
something around it.
Yeah.
So you can try to, and again, what the problem is, and it seems like they fixed it here in one of the scuppers. At some point, they applied fabric at some joints to prevent or to keep any leaks from happening, which is the best way to do it. They should have done that around the skylight at the very least. Apply a mesh, around the skylight with the coating, and that would reinforce the mesh and keep it from tearing or breaking with any kind of precipitation. But yeah, that's what's going out there right now.
Okay.
Um,
I'm down with trying to run that through.
Yeah, let's do that. Also, because if you came out of pocket, the panels have to come off to do that. So, again, no guarantees, but 10 out of 10 times, if they approve the roof, they'll also pay to detach and reset the panels.
Cool.
And who did your panel work? Was that before you as well?
No, that was Sunfire.
Oh, we know our boys here at Sunfire. Great guy, Thomas Kemp.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good people,
He's
really, really good people. So had you mentioned someone else that they're probably out of business, I would have said, you know what, I have someone. I would have referred you to Thomas to detach and reset your panels. And so they're good people. And so we'll get with them and give us a price to do a detach and reset. I'll add that to the quote for USA as well. And they should be able to approve that, barring them actually paying to do this. Okay. But it's so obvious, I don't know why they wouldn't replace it. So,
okay.
Sorry if I just threw up a bunch of information there.
No,
any questions for now so far?
No.
Okay, let me get that report for you. I'll probably have it for you tomorrow morning. I'll send it to you via text. And it'll show you when the storm date is at your convenience. Call USA Claims Department. Say, I'd like to file a claim for hail. They're going to ask you when. Yeah, I think it's September 26th, actually, or 23. Great, got it. Why are you calling now? I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm not a roofer. So, yeah, I had a roofer. They came out here. They found some hail damage. They'll send out an adjuster. That adjuster is independent of USA, but still looks over this thing for USA. And I always let folks know, let me know who's going to come out here. If it's someone I know, I usually like to come out here. If it's someone I don't know, I let them do their thing. Because I used to be an adjuster. I didn't like when guys would just follow me around for no reason. And this one's so obvious. There's nothing surprising to show off. Okay. It's obviously hail damage. So I'll write up an estimate for that. And, like I said, we'll take it from there. I'll send you a text and you call me at the end of the day.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, perfect.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Ending. Okay, this just goes to show. I guarantee you not. I'm going to say 90's too big of a number. But 80+% of the business 60% of the business we have is simply because we show up or we communicate. That's all we have to do. I was almost not going to come to this. I was a little sick. It rained on us the second time I tried to come out here with him. And I could have just ignored it. And plus the call was for, it was skylight thing. Skylight. Okay, bye. But that's why I don't dismiss a single thing. Because now, for you contractors out there and or salespeople for contractors, you just got to show up. There's so many of you here locally who don't show up, and I get all the business because I show up. And I do what I'm going to say. I do it when I say I'm going to do it. If I don't have time to do it, I let people know that, hey, sorry, I'm a little behind. Give me another day or so, and they're very happy because I communicated that with them. Y'all don't do that, so thank you. But, I show up. This is going to turn into a really nice job after it's all said and done. So, that's what you got to do. And we have a connection. Thomas Kemp did his solar already. And it's easy peasy. So, there you go. Done. You just show up. Show up, folks. And we've been at it all day. It's already freaking 5 o'clock. We've been on roofs, you and I at least, since 11? Well, 12. 12. But I don't know how many we've been on today. Let's see, we went on this one, 4 or 5 of them. It's insane. So, let's see who this is. Hello, this is Alex.
Hi, Alex. This is Ken Wiver from 961 Pellegrino.
Mr. Wimmer, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing real well. Have you got a couple minutes to talk to us?
I have plenty of minutes. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to put you on speakerphone here with my wife.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is Ken, and I got my wife, Lori, here with me.
Hi, Alex.
Hello, ma'am. How are you doing today?
Good. We're
Awesome.
going over your proposal here.
Okay.
And when we were looking at the breakdown of costs,
Okay.
We're trying to figure out here on, you've got the quantities and then you've got the units by it.
Uh-huh.
And now down at the bottom, you talk about installing the GAF acrylic coating.
Uh-huh.
And you've got 25, it looks like 25 square feet.
In roofing terms, 100 square feet is a square. And so you have 20 with the parapet walls and with waste. You have 2,500 square feet of roof, and in roofing terms for us, it's 25 squares.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's 25 squares, which is a square is 100 square feet.
Yes, sir.
So you're saying it's 2,500 square feet of coverage for the flat roof.
Yes, and again, that's to include the parapet walls as well.
Yes.
Because did I send you the measurements as well? I typically send you measurements as well.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
We're just trying to figure out how to read them.
Right. So
the roof area, and it's saying it's 2,868 square feet.
now,
and we're trying to figure. I guess that's the whole roof.
exactly. So now you got to subtract out the tile portion of it. And then you have the flat roof part. I'm driving right now. I can talk. I just can't reference it. But one of the middle pages gives you a summary. And so anything that says 012, I think it's like 1,800 square feet, something like that. And then I added another 5 and change plus waste for the walls. That's how I got 25 squares.
Okay, so that's 25 squares, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Any more questions?
No, I can figure the math now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And that's why I appreciate the call. But yeah, that's why I like to sit down and kind of go over that with you. But that's basically it. All right, did you guys have any other questions? The warranty, the process, anything else like that?
Yeah. Now you said the warranty was it would be for 10 years.
10-year labor and material. Yes, sir. And we register.
Yeah, 10 years.
We register that warranty.
And then after that 10 years, if we had it recoated again, then that would extend it for another 10 years?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And now the warranty is in the cost. Where was the money? It's it's 700. The warranty is $714.
Correct.
Warranty?
Yeah, this is a warranty we actually pay for and register. So let's just say anything happens to us as a business, I don't know, 5 years from now, and you call GAF directly, and what they'll do is they'll send the nearest, what's called a premium coatings Pro Plus contractor to come and service your roof for you. So it's not just a random piece of paper warranty.
The warranty is basically under a third party type people, the acrylic roof warranty company.
It's not a third party, it's a manufacturer, it's GAF.
Oh, the manufacturer. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a warranty with the manufacturer, and it costs another $714 for the warranty. Okay.
Right. That covers labor and materials. Similar warranty, well, not similar because it's a different product, but similar to what we gave there for the Bishers.
Okay.
Okay. What is your time frame as far as from the point that we put down our deposit or whatever to the time you would finish? What's your time clock look like this month?
This month, we can probably knock it out this month. I'd say hypothetically, if we put pen to paper tomorrow, we don't need a deposit from you at all. We'll ask you for your first payment the day before we start. But it's going to be about a 2-day job, 2.5, maybe 3-day job with the weather. But I'd venture to say we could probably do it about a week from now. I'd say 7 to 10 days. Again, weather permitting, 7 to 10 days.
Okay, because the reason is because we are going to be leaving out of town on July 31st.
Okay.
And that's why we wanted to know if you could complete it this month before July 31st.
That's 100% doable, yes.
Oh, it is. Okay, good deal. Well, we'll give you a call back here in a few minutes or a little later this evening, okay?
Awesome. All right, very good, guys. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, thank you, Alex.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Is that 1%?
Hey.
Last words?
That's it. That's how you do it, folks. That's the 4th roof I signed up this week.
Just show up.
Just show up, folks. show up, and this was a referral too, so that kind of helped out. But I did the work right for a very difficult roof, and the word got to them, and they said, we want you to come check. It's just, there you go. That's how it's done. That's it.
Training skills.